What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Batters Orthopedic Clinic, and HUDCO Roofing. HUDCORoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. HUDCO Roofing. HUDCORoofing.com. Hope you had a great start to your week, everybody. Weather's gorgeous outside. Crystal clear skies. Actually getting up to 70 degrees today, which is pretty awesome. So we move onward and upward. Let me know what y'all got today. No LSU game today. They play tomorrow instead. So that'll be interesting. At home against Georgia to see how that goes. Had Shelby Mast, bracketologist for USA Today, on AFR Monday. Has LSU right now projected as a 6 seed. It says avoid a bad loss against Georgia and beat Kentucky. Could get as high as 3. So, the rest of this regular season is going to be pivotal, because if this is a team that has ambitions on making a deep run in March, your seeding matters. You're not going to do it out of the 8 or 9 line. So right now, as a 6, room to go higher. I like it. So also yesterday, the SEC baseball preseason coaches projected order of finish and preseason all SEC teams were announced. So LSU had 3 first-team all SEC players. The only other team that had that many was Vanderbilt, who's picked to win the East. LSU, meanwhile, is picked 4th in the West. A little bit of a reality check, I think, for LSU fans. We've really been buzzing on Jay Johnson and what he was able to do, bring in a lot of the transfers this year, and a lot of the early word out of fall camp and then these practices about how well they're hitting the ball and how some of these arms are doing. But it's a reminder, you're still in the SEC. The defending national champion Mississippi State Bulldogs were picked 3rd in the West. So, but you had Vanderbilt, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, LSU. You had 5 teams get a vote to win the league overall. So, it's going to be fascinating to watch this season play out. By the way, I do not think that LSU baseball wins the West or the SEC this year. I'm going to be very clear. And it's not because I don't like them. I do believe they can win a national championship. But I think the way the schedule shapes up this year, and with the question marks in the rotation where you're certain to hit speed bumps at times, I think it's just going to be hard to get to 19, 20 wins. It's going to be hard to get to 20 and 10 with that schedule. And, that's typically the mark where you need to be to secure yourself a super regional, a national seed. And that's generally where you are if you're winning the SEC. And then someone could always just run away with it. So I think LSU should be great this year. I do. I think they have a chance to go to Omaha and win when they're there, depending on how the pitching does. But boy, that regular season schedule, I think, is just brutal. All right, let's say some good mornings here. Stephen Fry, good morning. Jerry DeLucky, good morning. Closer to opening pitch. Kelly Presley, Brian Wynn, Mario Collada. What's the rotation for baseball? So Mario, if you'd asked me 4 days ago, I'd have told you Fontenot, Coleman, Floyd. But I had a conversation over the weekend. It was really interesting, and Blake Money has apparently been exceptional. And I think Blake Money is going to start the opener on Friday. So what that means after that, I don't know. Does that mean Fontenot the bullpen or Fontenot on Saturday? Do you bump Floyd and then Coleman's your Sunday guy? I don't know. Do you try to still go righty, lefty, righty? So do you go Floyd, Coleman, Fontenot? I'm sorry, Coleman, Fontenot? I don't know. I don't have that answer. I mean, I thought I did up until about 4 days ago when I was told basically, don't be surprised if Blake Money's your opening day starter. So keep an eye on that. Ryan, Amanda Guidry, David Wallace, good morning. Hey, Dad, what's up? Good morning. Kelly Gross, Sherry Gotro, David Coslin, Barry Day, Caleb Bernard. Good to see everybody here. Trivia Carter, what's up? Rap in batches. Spurge, good morning. Jesse Brown, Mortimer, do you think the Saints will be aggressive during free agency? Well, I mean, Jesse, the first thing they have to do is get under the salary cap, right? I mean, when you just look at, hang on. So, the NFL, all right, so the combine is the 1st through the 7th. March 8th is the deadline to designate franchise players. And then March 14th to 16th is when is the tampering period. And then the 16th, free agency begins. So so you're doing a month, man. A month from tomorrow. Tomorrow's February 16th. A month from tomorrow, your free agency begins. And by the way, and you have to have you have a month to figure out your salary cap deals. So, I mean, you got to get under the cap within the next 4 weeks. So, you got to do that and then see how much space you have to determine what players you can go sign. So, to ask, will the Saints be aggressive during free agency? As aggressive as they can be. I got to see how much cap space they have. What are free agents that they could potentially go sign? I mean, your most important question is, what do you do at quarterback? If you're going to re-sign Jameis, well, you can give him a backloaded deal, which makes it easier, on the front end, this year against the cap. If you don't go Jameis, which direction do you go? That's the biggest question, first and foremost, is are you going to re-sign Jameis Winston? Are you going to pursue a quarterback in free agency? Or are you going to draft a quarterback? Answer could be two of those three. So you got to figure that out first. And man, until I see what they do to get under the salary cap and what they do at quarterback, it's really hard to say how aggressive they'll be. Casanova Jones, good morning. But it has been Loomis and Peyton's MO to be aggressive, right? And to be early spenders as well. So will that be the same for Dennis Allen? I don't see why it wouldn't be, right? Sean Comiskey, who did LSU piss off? Basketball gets the grind, baseball gets even tougher. So, Sean, first of all, I disagree. I don't think basketball got the grind. I think basketball had a tough 7-game stretch to start, like we talked about, but lightens up considerably as you get closer to March. Everybody in every league, in every sport, has a stretch of their schedule that's really difficult. I don't think basketball, you only get Auburn once. You did get Kentucky twice, but you get them here, obviously. I don't think LSU got the grind in basketball. And as far as baseball, look, last year, baseball set up beautifully. You avoided Florida. You got Vanderbilt at home. Like, you had your tough series at home. And you never went on the road back-to-back any week last year. So sometimes it's just cyclical, right? Like, last year was a really favorable baseball schedule. Now, they didn't take advantage of it. But last year was favorable. This year's tougher. Sometimes it just goes that way. Tim Gotro. Hey, Brandon, good morning. How's Drew and E-Rock? They're doing great. Drew was very excited to see us when we got home. He's been on fire lately. I'll post a video later today from his therapy session of him reading his sight words. May not be a big deal to everybody else, but it is to us. So for everyone that does continue to support, cheers. Thanks to all of you. Weston Weaver, good morning. Love the content. Keep grinding. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Weston. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome of you. Thanks for the kind words. Eric Wilderrotter, my issue with restructuring Michael Thomas is that next year sets up for another massive dead cap. Eric, that's every year, bro. That's what the Saints do. At least if we let him play his contract out this year, his debt is only $14 million next season. Fair? No, because here's the thing, Eric. Regardless, okay, this is what you have to consider. In a perfect world, yes, that makes sense. But you're $70 million over the cap. You don't have a choice. Like, you have to get under the cap. So that means either cutting players or to get money off the books if possible, or restructuring deals. So, I mean, I can tell you which players that are candidates for restructuring. I mean, just look at, okay, your highest, okay. All right, Lattimore's cap hit is $27 million because you restructured him, but his dead money is $40, so he's there at 27. Thomas, we mentioned his cap hit's 24, his dead money's 22. He's going nowhere. That's a candidate for a restructure to get his number down. Cam Jordan, $23 million with actually Marshawn Lattimore. His cap hit's 27. His base is 9. Cam Jordan, 23 with a base of 13. You could restructure Cam. 13, bonus of 3.1, 16. I mean, you could end up saving $7 million restructuring Cam. Ramchick, 23 million, base of 10. You could restructure him. Then you start looking, okay, who could you cut? Who could be a cap casualty? Malcolm Jenkins could be a cap casualty. He's got a cap hit of 11.7. His dead money's 7.9. So you could save $4 million if you cut or trade Malcolm Jenkins. Bradley Roby. Bradley Roby. Listen, you're going to cut Bradley Roby, or you're going to re-sign him to a new deal. He's under contract for 10.1, right? He has no cap hit, no dead cap hit. So you cut him, it doesn't cost you anything. It takes $10 million off the books. Like those are the most obvious, right? So if you want Bradley Roby back, awesome. Sign him to a deal that's backloaded, right? And they may do that, but he won't be on the roster at 10.1 million. Davenport, no. Lutz, no. It could be one of those things where you look at signing Eric McCoy to a long-term deal this offseason and backloading it. Same with Marcus Williams, So, I mean, you got to find $60 million. I mean, they're going to get to work. So my point is, Eric, you're putting up Michael Thomas. No, you have to restructure his contract because you gotta create $60 million in cap space just to get within cap compliance, and his contract allows you to save like $9 million. So you're going to do that. Justin Frank, what up? Anyway, we're on LSU baseball watch along show lockdown. Love those. Unfortunately, Justin, no. I got to respect the people I work for. So he's asking about companion shows for LSU baseball. So my employer, Guarantee Media, is the LSU flagship, Eagle 98.1, all that sort of stuff. So we carry all the LSU sporting events, and they just renewed. Guarantee and LSU Sports Properties just renewed their contract this offseason. And part of the deal, which negotiations were long on, so it's such a big contract that negotiations were long. One of the things LSU wanted was no more companion shows. They felt like we were competing with them, their broadcast. And so, so I was like, well, no worries. I'm not doing it from the ESPN page. Do it from my own personal page. And I was told no, they wanted to extend to all Guarantee employees. So I'm like, it sucks that LSU basically gets to dictate what I get to do on my own personal YouTube channel. But I'll respect my employer. When you work for someone else, man, that's the deal. Lawrence Burley, Mr. Jones, Jesse Post, Trey Guy. Come on, people, smash the like button for the GOAT. Thank you, Trey. Yeah, smash the like button if you're watching there on YouTube. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. We appreciate that greatly. Jeffrey Parrott, good morning. Where's Drew? Is in bed. Oh, you mean the fathead Drew. Hang on. Put him away while we were gone. There he is. There he is. Got him. Actually, I don't even know if Facebook, if y'all can see him, can you? I need to move that way over for y'all to see him. I don't think Facebook can even see him. Couple of more, 751, couple of more. Facebook, please like the page, share the post. As always, just shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. Need a roof, call HUDCO, HUDCOroofing.com, commercial or residential. Please remember, HUDCO Hometown Heroes. Help us spread the word on that. Response has been awesome, man. And so the deal is, you hire us to do your roof, we will take a portion of our net and commit it to an NIL deal with any student athlete of your choice, of the homeowner's choosing. Any school, any sport, any athlete. So it gets basically anyone an opportunity to make money through NIL. So help us spread the word on that, man. If you know someone, family member, friend, relative, co-worker, neighbor who is, needs roof help, gutters, soft wash, tell them to give us a shout, man, and we'll do an NIL deal with anybody they want. Sherry Gotro, good morning. Sam Dixon, Ron Ritchie, Barry Day, Bradley King, Gary Petrie, good morning. Let's see, Barry Day, go Pels. Is there a potential buyout that can start at point guard, or can Snell win a starting spot? Graham better as a six-man. So, good question, Barry. By the way, I did watch the Pels last night. Watched the second half. Let me clarify. I watched the second half of the game, and they blew out Toronto. You're asking about point guard. I know they love Jose Alvarado. Shoot, man. I mean, they were willing to make the trade they just did because they liked him at point guard. I'm candidly, I don't know. I haven't dredged the NBA rosters to look at potential targets, etc. I mean, you keep in mind trade deadline's passed, so that's no longer an option. But man, you give this team with McCollum getting into his groove with his new teammates, and if they are able to get Zion back at some point this year, which I would hope, a big part of that McCollum deal was telling Zion, look, we've got Brandon Ingram, we've got CJ McCollum, we have all-stars. You're here with 3 all-stars on this team. We have our version of the big 3. Get your behind back here and let's roll. So, I mean, McCollum was your leading scorer last night with 23. Let's go. I mean, they just got really interesting. The Pels did with the McCollum trade. And if they get Zion back, I mean, look out. because right now they're one spot out of the 10. They're one spot out of the play-in, and they're half a game behind Portland for it. So onward and upward. 7:54. Okay, real quick. Rocky Jacques, good morning. Charles Waltman, good morning. Hope you and E-Rock had a great anniversary trip. Thank you, Charles. We did. Appreciate it. Eric Trosclair, Henry Gordon Bennett would love to see the Saints go all in on Winston and use their resources to acquire more weapons. They'll definitely be doing that, Henry, especially via the draft. Ryan Dixon, Matt, what's your prediction on LSU basketball seed? See, here's the thing, Ryan. I mean, I do think they'll win tomorrow. I think they'll win the next two. I think they'll lose at Kentucky. I think they'll beat Missouri at home. I hope they can win at Arkansas at home against Bama. If they do that, I'm gonna say they're all right. I'm gonna say they're a 5. I'll make a prediction right now that LSU be a 5 seed. That'll be my prediction. And yes, that's the dreaded 5-12 game. I get it, but I'll make a prediction they're a 5. Matt, any chance we can get a "What's up, Chuck?" even when Chuck isn't listening? Chuck Sanchez, what's up, Chuck? Get it? Up, Chuck? Kale Reynolds, can we expect a sellout for opening night? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Yeah. It's, Kale, listen, man. One thing that I will tell you will happen definitively is, of course, they have season tickets and they have a general admission. And on the opening night at the box, every year, there's a line for general admission tickets at the ticket office that runs down past like the Gerald Lane Plaza. That will happen Friday. Yes, they will be overflow on Friday, yes. Scott McClendon, since we don't see Erica enough, can we get an Erica Fathead? Scott, you know what? We have one. She hates when I put it up, but anyway. That was from her 40th. Shout out Matt DeVille and Greeting Yards, who did the big, happy birthday thing in the yard. So, Trey Guy, can we get a hustle before you go? Okay, last one, as I do have to go. I really do have to go. Here we go.
Someone you know, Scone, Ontario. All you need is hardcore. Call hardcore roofing. 364 1007.
Asking you shall receive. All right, y'all, I got to get out of here. Asking you shall receive. All right, y'all, I got to get out of here. My bad. Y'all have an awesome day. AFR3, holler as always. Smash the like on the way out there, YouTube, if you haven't done so yet. Smash it. Smash that like button. And on Facebook, please like the page, share the post. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much for watching as always. We'll see you for AFR3. Peace.